What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray, and we're now on Shoujo for the ladies. Continuing this genre series, we've now landed with the shoujo genre, which is one of the most dynamic in terms of story building, emotional relationships, and things of that nature. For those of you who don't know, shoujo translates to young woman, which means all of the anime and manga in this category are targeted towards the demographic of teenage or young women. Of course, this distinction is kind of lesser on the list of things that you need to worry about, because it just means what it was that they were thinking about at the beginning of it, but is not indicative of who and or what can watch this, because I love me some shoujo. Now, it is a heavy romance-based genre, but that's not all that shoujo is. Shoujo is where the strong female protagonists lie. It's the home of Sailor Moon. To my significant other, Majin Madoka can't hurt you here. Because it's set up to empower or draw in young women viewers, there's a lot of care that goes on in shoujo animes that some other animes will not have. Sorry, shonen. I consider shoujo to be the enhanced version of slice of life, meaning there's not as many dry spots. The emotional building blocks that are allowed in shoujo anime and manga are way more unique than slice of life and doesn't always leave you feeling like you've been hit in your gut by reality. It's based in emotional growth and relationship development for all parties involved. You get to know all sides of majority of the characters that you're gonna be seeing, so you're gonna have a really good time just enjoying yourself watching these animes. The things that you might miss in shonen, whether it's a relationship that you want to get shipped or something like that, you're not really gonna have those problems in shoujo because they're not gonna leave something unfinished. It's kind of why we like it, you know, because yeah. Romantic comedies hit harder, serious dramas hit harder, even everyday girl trips just hit harder, because what they're trying to do is create a world that is emotionally safe and emotionally balanced. It actually cares about the person and is not just gonna leave you with some whining, shriveling person that, you know, gets some superpower and makes them feel better every time. It's gonna try and explore, why did you feel like you need this in the first place? Being a huge fan of this genre because of the different molds that it's break and the versatility of it. I mean, all genres have versatility because they take pieces and bits from one another, but there are two that do it the best, and shoujo is one of them. Being in touch with emotion and delivering it in fashionable ways that allow for a lot of dynamic growth is where shoujo shines the best. I feel like in this genre, you're more often to get sequels that are satisfying and not just there for a money grab, because they actually care where the story is going to take itself next. Like I said at the top, Sailor Moon exists within this universe, and for me is the top of all shoujos because, well, it's the one that said we can have powers too. It gave little girls, women of all ages, the right to just kind of feel magical. And I mean, I'm married to a black woman, so I know a little thing about black girl magic. I'm not gonna drone on and on about how dynamic it is. This time, I'm going straight into the recommendations because I have a lot to get to for you. The first on my list is Romeo X Juliet or Romeo X Juliet, depending upon, I don't know why they have the X there. I feel like it's and, but I'm not sure. What's so special about this anime is it takes Shakespeare's classic and revamps it. It keeps the story that you know somewhat true to heart, but allows a different tale. It takes each of the characters and lifts them up to prominence, so that way no one is displaced or seems to be there for no reason at all. The ending in and of itself is also going to surprise you and is worth the ride. Also, I'm not gonna cap with you guys, Romeo and Juliet is my favorite Shakespearean play because I got to play Romeo a lot. Next on the list is Nodame Cantabile, which is the odd couple music story that my soul had been waiting for. Take a budding young man who wants to be the greatest composer in the world, but has a fear of flying, and Japan isn't the biggest place for orchestra, and place him with a aloof prodigy that doesn't much like cleaning or feeding herself, and you we have a lovely love story. Every character in this is building up their relationship, and everything just feels as eloquent as the composition of the music that they play. This is definitely one that you should look at. Third on the list is Love is War, Love is War, Love is War. What happens when you put two tsunderes together who know that they like each other but wants to make the other one be the first to admit it? You get Love is War. You get comedy. You get this.
Ready, 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 set, go!
What more do I need to say? Because after you saw that, I'm pretty sure you're ready to watch. Last but not least is Ouran High School Host Club, one of my favorites of all time. They shove everything that exists within the shoujo genre into this anime and into this manga. Let's start with the premise of the fact that it's a reverse harem. I mean, how many times does that happen? It takes the reverse harem trope and introduces it to you in all of its splendor. Every one of the characters is unique and fills a trope in a way that is good and doesn't let it down. It's not gimmicky, it's just everything that you would expect from shoujo. It exemplifies everything from the pretty boy to BL to all things in between, and every character is deserving and does really well with their roles. I think it's something that you'll enjoy the ride from, and it's one of the classics. With all of that being said, I hope that you guys are interested now in checking out some shoujo anime and mangas for yourself. If you'd like to get a breakdown of another shoujo that I think is really amazing, you can check out Love is a Cocktail here, because that one has activities. But if you want to know more genres and try and find the perfect one for you, check out the playlist that I have over here. While you're there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell so you can be notified for every time that we go live at Gray Area Anime. Until next time, peace.
Ah!